Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Zom 100 episode 1 reaction. I think there's a bigger name. I forgot what the full name is. However, this is a new show which I saw and read the synopsis, and it seems pretty interesting, and also in my anime list it's rated quite high up, like the amount of people following it. So I think like a lot of people would watch this and enjoy this. So yeah, I'm going to be reacting to this. I actually have no idea. I don't even know what the source material is. Is this like a manga or a light novel adaptation? I'm not really sure. But usually I like most a few of the shows that I react to, I kind of have already read the first few chapters of the manga, but this one I'm actually going blind. I have no idea. I just read the synopsis and it sounded interesting because I think in the synopsis it was written that like in the apocalypse, this the main character, he like worked in a black company, so in the apocalypse he feels the most like what can I say, like alive, and he's like enjoying the zombie apocalypse or something like that. I think it sounded interesting, and he has like a bucket list or whatever, and he's going to do the stuff that he has never not been able to do in his life now in this zombie apocalypse. So something like that. It sounded very interesting and very funny. So yeah, I'm going to watch this. So let us get started. Episode number 1. Let's begin. I will be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync the original video to the timer or the subtitles. And yeah, let us get started. So here is the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, what? Damn, first person perspective. All right. Damn. Yo, these zombies are memento mori. Oh, everyone would die. Damn. Yo, you actually. Oh, this is a movie. I was wondering, like. Imagine how overworked and underpaid he must be to actually want a zombie apocalypse. Damn, 4 a.m. Yeah. My god. Whoa, this room. I guess he doesn't even have any time to clean up. It's so full of energy. Yo, dude, look at his face. He's like, yeah, a new beginning. Yes. And then, yeah. Wait, there's Kosugi. Damn. My god. Um, alright. Okay. Saudi author. Oh boy. Hmm. Well, yeah, things are not gonna go good. All right. Hmm. Yeah, everyone is wearing like very casual clothes. Rugby. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Yeah, I. This is something bad is going to happen. Everything's too happy, and seeing his situation later on. Oh boy. All right. Oh, I knew. There you go. There you go. Well, here you go. So this is the reality. Wow, at 2 a.m. Yeah? Why? Like, here's the thing. How is this allowed? Like, okay, people do overtime, but there must be a limit. Like 2 a.m. every day? Two. Okay. Like I said, how is this allowed? Black, yeah, black company. Oh my god. 4 a.m. to 6, 2 hours. 2 hours of sleep. Oh boy. Oh, this is the first day. Okay, okay. Not first day, but the first. Yeah, you need to get used to 2 hours of sleep every day. Employee friendly. Annual paid vacation. Yeah, I don't think so. Unpaid. Okay, I feel like this is like 50. Yeah. Wait, you survived for one. What? Okay, this is like 'cause some. This is full fantasy. Like, in no way is this possible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Uh, oh my god. Well, I feel like the zombie apocalypse is going to help. I don't understand one thing. How is is she doing all of this as well? And then how is she so, like, like, so bright after doing all of the. Oh boy. Okay, that was weird. Okay, okay, there you go. Well, yeah, alright. Okay, then I got my answer. Yeah, alright. Yeah, like why? Maybe because like it's his first job, like he'll have like a negative reputation if. Yo! Oh my god. I don't think there's a worse company than this. Yeah, I'm. Or who knows? Maybe I'm. I'm wrong. Maybe there are worse companies than this. Who knows? Yeah, excuse me. Okay. It's 5 revision. Oh boy. Oh boy. Like what? Like I said, one thing I don't. Why doesn't he leave the job? Like, is it because of the negative reputation that he'll get? Like the first job he. Damn. Yeah. Damn. Like it'll be. Oh, what's this music? Yeah, he looks so much like a zombie, ironically, because we know what's going to happen after this zombie apocalypse, and he'll be free of all the. Okay, is it going to happen now? What the? Bike space. Hmm. Okay, here we go. I think it's going to happen now. Oh boy. It's open. Oh, yeah. Huh. Damn. Yo, run! Hey, yo, this zombie runs. It's a runner. Oh, okay, it's a runner. Yo, the colors. Oh, yo, move! Run! I think that's it. You have to run. No, there's no job. He's like, wait a minute. Zombie means there won't be any job. I'm free. Wait, what the? Why is there air? Oh, everyone became zombie, I guess. Is it gonna crash? It's gonna crash. Oh, there's the police. No job. Yes, I'm free. The dress, the work dress falls down. He's free now. Wow. Whoa, dude! Okay, he is from the rugby club, I guess. He's pretty strong. Okay. But now. Wow. Wow, that's funny. Alright, this should be interesting. That was a good way how they introduced this whole story. Yeah, but we don't have to do that anymore. Oh, wow. It's so funny that he's not even thinking about the zombies. He's like, oh, let me do everything that I haven't done. Well, I doubt that. I'm not really sure. Who knows? What? Damn. Wow. Okay. Wow, this is. Okay, so there's so many questions. How did this happen? Like, like why sudden. Why sudden zombie apocalypse? What happened? I'm sure they will actually, like, probably go into all of these intricate details later on in the future. Oh, he's going to her house. Okay. I doubt she'll be alive because she doesn't seem like a main character. Yeah, you think she's going to think about that in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think she's alive. She's either dead or she is a zombie herself. Because, like I said, I don't know, she didn't feel like one of the main characters. Okay, I'm pretty sure she's dead. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's. It's like, resignation letter, here you go. Boy. Yes, resignation letter. Oh yeah, he's from the rugby club. Out the window. Yeah. Damn. Okay. I love how they use other colors as well, like blue, green for the blood, not only red. Alright, so big question. Is the girl dead? A zombie? There you go, she's a zombie. Yep, she's a zombie. Yep. Yeah. Haha, okay. Time to dip. Okay. Yo, is he gonna confess or something? Yep, he is going to. Oh boy. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Run! Yeah. Oh boy. Hmm. Well. And you can just go in any place, take, I guess, like, like food and everything, canned foods and stuff would probably work. Yeah. Mm. Yes, I'm gonna live my life. Useful pin. Oh, the bucket list. 100 things, yeah. Bucket list of the dead. Alright, you know what? I really like the way they introduced this. How, like, like the whole build up to the whole thing. And, like after that, how they introduced this whole concept. That was quite well done. And I like the animation, it looks pretty nice. The colors, like it's very colorful for a zombie apocalypse show. This is very colorful. And I like that. Another reason why I'm quite excited about this is because this seems like a very, I guess you could say, light-hearted zombie, like apocalypse kind of thing. I don't know. This might get like, I don't know, like this might become not so lighthearted in the future. I don't know how this is going to go, but for now, it seems very lighthearted. Also, the fact that this is a zombie apocalypse anime, we, what can I say? Like, we have had a few zombie apocalypse animes, but they either don't. Okay, that's it. I think that is it. Yeah. So, like I was saying, like another reason why I appreciate the fact that this is a zombie, like like zombie, is that this is a zombie apocalypse anime. Um, we have gotten our fair share of zombie apocalypse animes, but the thing about them is they're either discontinued or they don't have any like seasons, like sequels, or they're not really like continuing. Like like a lot of shows we have seen, the usual animes that we see that kind of get sequels and stuff and continue up until the end. I don't remember a single zombie apocalypse anime that has actually ended or has continued for a long amount of time. For example, High School of the Dead, I think like it got discontinued because as far as I know, the author, I think he probably passed away as far as I know. Wait a minute. High School of the Dead. I might be wrong. Let me just check, double check. Author. Because I've heard something like that. What happened to the author of High School of the Dead? Yeah, Daisuke Sato died on March 22nd from coronary artery disease. So yeah, so I guess it was never completed, and we never got to see a continuation. A few other zombie apocalypse animes that I remember, Gakugurashi. I don't think it has only one season. I don't know why they haven't done any other seasons upcoming. Like hopefully they make more later. And any other zombie animes? Like what? Let me check zombie animes. Like what? Like okay, here we go. I guess Zombieland Saga but it's not really a zombie apocalypse. Like Zombieland Saga. It is a fun, like I want a zombie apocalypse like this. Gakugurashi was something very similar to that. However, like I said, it doesn't have a sequel. And then there is obviously High School of the Dead, which got discontinued. Kabenari, I guess Kabenari is kind of a zombie kind of thing, but it doesn't really feel zombie-like. It is zombie-like, but still, like, okay, Korewa Zombie Deska, again, it's not a zombie apocalypse anime. It's basically one character being a zombie. Rage of Bahamut, I haven't seen this. I don't know about what this is. Zombie Loan, I also haven't seen this. What else? Sankaria, again, no, Sankaria is not a zombie apocalypse. It is one character becoming a zombie. So, yeah, like all these, like this is not a proper zombie apocalypse anime. So now that we're getting something like this, even if it's very lighthearted and like I said, I'm not really sure if this is going to continue being lighthearted, but it seems like quite lighthearted. So the fact that we're actually getting a zombie apocalypse anime properly, I'm very glad. I would love if Gakugurashi comes back. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. So yeah, but this one, I guess, like this is another reason why I kind of appreciate and I'm looking forward to this. Because it's a proper zombie apocalypse, like you're running away from zombies and you're fighting for your survival, getting like resources and stuff, probably like making like a base and everything, that kind of thing it is. I want something like that, and even though this seems pretty lighthearted, it does have all those elements. That's why I'm looking forward to this one. Also, it has really good animations. I like the animations, the color style, the way they kind of animated it, everything. It looks pretty nice. And yeah, so let's talk about this episode. We begin with the main character. Wait, what was his name? Oh god, I forgot his name. What was his name? Sato? No. Oh, you know what? Let me check. Zom100. I need to check out his name because otherwise it's going to be very problematic. No, wait, what is his name? Akira Tendo. Okay, Tendo Akira. So yeah, Tendo, he is watching a zombie apocalypse movie, and he's like, eyes are almost dead. It's like 4 a.m. He's eating instant noodles, and he's like, oh, I need to go to job tomorrow as well, you know, like not enough time to sleep. And his room is a mess. Obviously, you cannot really clean up your room if you're freaking working for like, I don't know, like half more than like, like more than 90% of the time. So yeah, he's just there, like almost dead, and he kind of recollects and kind of reminisces about the past, back in the day when he was filled with energy and filled with determination. Yes, I'm going to make something of, like, my job. I'm going to succeed. That was his look, like, like outlook on the whole situation. So yeah, 3 years ago, he got introduced to this company, and he's like introducing everyone himself to everyone, and everyone looks pretty happy. They're like, oh, hello, like, come with me, our new friend, like, and he's also very excited. He's like, yes, I'm going to do this, like, this is my first job, like, I've landed my job on my dream company. I'm filled with ambition. I'm going to do my best. And like, he gets introduced to everyone, and bam, gets like, like, bumps into this girl. Her name is Otori, I think. What was his name? Her name? Otori Saori. Yep. And he's like, oh, like, like, he's very happy. He's like, yes, like, this is perfect. Like my dream job. I'm gonna do my best. So after that, there was a little, like those, what do you call them? Uh, Newcomer party, like, where they give you like a little party, like take you for a meal outside. That, yeah, like a newcomer welcoming party, something like that. So yeah, they're like out in a diner, a bar, like everyone's like having a good time, and they're like, oh, like, like Akira-kun. I think that, wait, that was that his name? Yeah, Akira-kun, like which school were you from? And he like introduces his, like, himself, his talks about his school, and he's like, everyone's like, oh, did you like do some kind of sports or something? Like, like, you look pretty built. And it's like, oh, I was part of the rugby club, and they're like, oh, damn, like, like, and everyone's like pretty happy talking about this whole thing. And then there's Otori as well, kind of sitting down, like, she looks at her, and like stuff like that, and he's like, okay, you know what? This has been a great first day. And like everyone's like has finished eating, and he's like, oh, you guys, thank you so much, like, I enjoyed my first day, like, see you again tomorrow, guys. And they're like, they get up, and they're like, well, time to go back to our, like, company and do our job again. And he's like, wait, what? It's night. They're going to go back again? And yep, there he realizes that he's screwed, because at 2 a.m. they're still working. Goes back to the company, starts working again, and like, I love how this guy, he's like, oh, like, like, Akira-kun, how much time do you have left? How long will it take? And Akira's like, wait, like, like what? Like, when are we going home? And he's like, oh, 10 minutes. Okay, I'll be back with you after 10 minutes. Now, like I said, it baffles me. Like, I'm obviously, like, this is pretty much, very much exaggerated. I'm pretty sure. I don't think a company like this exists anywhere. Like, how is that possible? Like, 2 hours of sleep every 2 days? How? What? And everyone is doing it? Why? Like I said, I feel like this is, like, a company like this existing is actually illegal. Like, if they get, like, reported, oh, they're screwed. Something like that. So yeah, obviously black company exists. I know that. Exploitative company exists. But not at this degree. I doubt that. Like, let me know. Am I really, like, do companies like this at this magnitude exist? I doubt that. Yeah, black company exists. Exploitative company exists. But not like this. I feel like this was extremely exaggerated. Like, who the hell works for every single day, goes to sleep 2 hours every 3 days, and like, who, like, in no way is this possible. This was heavily exaggerated, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like, obviously, like, companies like this do exist, where I'm pretty sure they have to, like, work a long amount of time, like probably work overtime without proper pay, and like, stuff like that. And but not to this degree. I doubt that. This was literally like a the company, everyone working in this company, yeah, like, and the fact that they're going through this, in no ways is possible. But either way, so yeah, like that is the whole situation. He goes to sleep the first day in the company, 2 hours or 1 hour sleep he gets, and like everyone comes back and again they start working. So after 2 days, finally he is able to go back home. Falls down, immediately falls asleep. 6 a.m. is work time again. He gets up and he's like, what the hell? Like, like, is this going to be my daily life now? I don't want to go to work. But then he's like, all right, you know what? It's fine. I'll get used to it. This is nothing. And I'm like, let's do this. Like he's like, and he's like, oh, like, good morning, guys. Gets in and like starts doing his job again. And yeah, it is tough. Like, I love how he like says how like it explains the positives of the company. Like he's like, all right, annual paid vacations, naturally, you get your anniversary day off, and mental health days. Never seen anyone using it though. So there you go. And then he's like, oh, but like we encourage each other with good natured competition. The said competition is basically this one dude is like, how much unpaid overtime did you log last month? It's like 150 hours. Wait, just a minute. What did he say? Last month, 150 hours. That means, whoa, almost 6 days of, okay, almost 6 days of 24 hours of work. Overtime, like, like, just imagine. Like, wait a minute, you know what? Let me just check. 150, that means 30 days, 33. 5 hours of overtime every single day. Oh, what? Oh my god, imagine 5 hours of, okay, yeah. And they're not even getting paid for it. So, and he's like, oh, talk to me once you pass 200. Okay, I'm blessed with kind co-workers. And there's this dude, he's like, I'll cover dinner. It might not look like it, but it's my 5th year. I make more than you. He treated me, but Mr. Takashi's take-home pay is 210,000 yen. Okay, I'm guessing that's low because that is annually. I don't know like how, like, wait a minute. If that's annually, that would mean, oh yeah, that's very low. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. 200, if in 1 year you're like your income is 210,000, that would mean 12 divided by 12, that would mean yeah, like, oh my god, like approximately 20,000 every month. Okay, that is extremely low, isn't it? I think so. Okay, yeah. All right, and yeah, this is the whole situation. Like he's like kind of saying it so positively, but then like everyone's just and then there's this one dude who's like, talk to me when you start pissing blood. Another day, another ulcer. Okay, yeah, well, there you go. You get my point. This is basically what's going on over there. And yeah, so and other people's work is also falling on him, and he's like fully just like completely like like overworked and just without any pay. So and then like he's like, oh, the only person who is like my mental like oasis is this girl, Otori-san. However, she is the boss's mistress and whatever. So there you go. Yeah, so he's like, he goes back home like every day like this, just broken completely, like, and like this 3 years passed actually, and he's just like just completely fed up. People like this, like the customers as well, I guess, not customers but other companies who are like having deals with them. There's this one dude who's like trying to kind of, I guess you could say, kind of emotionally, not emotionally, but kind of like manipulate him by saying like, when like giving him like a lot of jobs, and he's like, oh, I cannot do this today, but he's like, oh, but then I'll have to go and look for some other company, and he's like, all right, I'll do it. So yeah, and his boss is screaming at him, this dude, that guy, he is just fed up, and he's like almost like, tries to jump out, but then obviously the, like, what do you call them, the train tracks has those things, those guard gates. I'm guessing they probably installed them because of the high amount of people jumping into the train tracks, you know and they, like, like, because obviously a lot of those train stations don't have them, you know and there's a few that have those to prevent these type of situations, at least in my country as well. I guess like most of the train stations don't have them. However, a few does have like big gates like this, which kind of stop, like, are like closed unless and until the train comes. It remains closed, it doesn't open. And however, this one was a bit too low, I feel like. What is it? Yeah, it was a bit too low. If you try to, like, like go over it, you can easily go over it. Here, like, I've seen a few of the gates were like this big. It's quite big. You cannot really go on top of it. However, yeah, he's just like, that literally saved him, because he was so tired and sick and tired of the whole situation that he didn't even have the energy to do something in that situation. Like, seeing that it's blocked, he just stopped. Basically that. So you can see how little by little his whole like perspective becomes monotone and, like, like completely monochromatic. You see, like, the first day when he got in the company, you see how everything is colorful, and from that point onwards everything literally starts getting more and more monochromatic. And yeah, by this time, after 3 years, when he was almost trying to jump, everything is black and white. So he goes back to his house, and he's like watching television. He doesn't know what the hell is happening, and he's like, oh, I hope a missile falls on top of us, like, I don't have to go to work then. And now, like I was saying, I don't understand why he said, like why he's not leaving the job. Because here I think, like, there was like a section where he says something like, if I here we go, if I leave, the team will have to pick up my slack. Was that the reason he didn't leave? Okay, like what can I say? Like, how can, like, someone who's that mentally stressed out, how can that person think of other people? Like, that's my question. He's completely broken mentally. How is he thinking of his, I don't know, he's a saint. If that's the whole situation, if he literally didn't leave the job because he feels bad for his co-workers, yeah, he's a saint, I'll have to say. Because, like, at that stage, how stressed he was, that he was almost trying to jump. At that situation, if he looks and if he's actually thinking about his friends in the company, yeah, he's a saint. Like, in no way in that type of situation people think about other people. People usually think about themselves. So, but I also think there must be some other reason. For example, like I said, there must be like a thing where, if he probably thinks that if he leaves, they'll obviously, like, like in his roster, they'll be like, oh, like, worked in this company for 3 years, resigned himself, like, and it'll be like I don't know, like probably like a negative impression on his work resume. I think that's what's going to happen. Or I don't know, like, I'm not really sure why, like, like, he did, because I'm pretty sure he could land any other job, like, instead of like dying every single day like this, killing himself mentally, physically, like, even if it's like a bad reputation on him, and even if he loses the job, at least it's better than, like, yeah, like, in no way, like someone, I don't know, like I still don't understand why he didn't think of leaving the job before. Like, at least, like, like, when a company is this bad, like, I guess sometimes if it's like the company like gives you like 2 to 3 hours of overtime job or something like that, like, you probably might be like, all right, you know what, it is a bit tough, but I can handle it, and still kind of like, go through it, kind of, power through it. But this 5 hours overtime every day, 2 hours of sleep every 2 days, no, like that less salary. How, like, yeah, in no way like someone keeps working that job. How is it possible? Like I feel like some other part-time job will pay you more than this freaking company. How? Like I said, and I still don't understand why people don't leave this place. Didn't leave this place. Like I said, maybe I don't know. Like you guys can probably like answer my question better, because like this is Japan. Like I have no idea how things work there. So maybe people like from Japan might be able to give me a better understanding as to why are the, like, not only him, why are the other people also not leaving? That's my question. Like I said, I feel like a part-time job will pay better than this. Okay, they can easily leave this and take like 2 or 3 part-time jobs at the same time. They'll at least have a better like pay, and at least have better conditions than working like this. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I'm saying, maybe I'm not understanding something. If I'm not, please let me know, because I genuinely don't understand. Like not only him, but no other people left this job, even though they're being this exploited. Why? Literally makes no sense. Anyways, so yeah, so he's like, oh, like need to go to job again. Like everything's monochromatic. Like it becomes so difficult that he actually, like, there's a section where we see that he's looking at the television and nothing's getting in his head, and he like just like is like almost like goes outside and looks at his bike bill or whatever, bike space bill, and he's like, oh, I need to pay this, and he goes to the landlord and he's like, excuse me, like like knocks on the door, gets in, sees a freaking zombie eating. This is quite funny. Is this like a Resident Evil reference? Like like the Resident Evil 1, the whole when you were introduced. I'm talking about the old one. Like not the remake. I guess the remake also had it. Like I'm not really sure. And I'm talking about the video game. So that one where there's like a, when first the zombie is introduced in Resident Evil 1, like there's like a zombie like eating, and like you kind of go into that situation, like kind of come into that scene, and the zombie kind of eats and then looks like this behind himself and looks at you. Was that a reference to that? I don't know. It might be. I'm not exactly sure, but that's exactly how the zombie kind of looks back, and he gets up and then tries to go at you. And it's so funny to see the blood actually having, like, it's not that they're censoring it. This is literally their style of at first I was like, are they trying to censor the blood by putting green on it? But then I saw like, no, there's red blood as well. So this is literally their style of like, oh, colorful blood, red, blue, green, yellow. You know what? That's pretty nice. I like colorful, and that's why I'm saying this show seems a lot more lighthearted. Like imagine like red, blue, and green blood spewing out of zombies, and either way, yeah. So he realizes what's going on, and the zombie starts to get to him, and he's running away. And another thing is so weird. How the hell are all the zombies running? Now, obviously, I do know there's zombies that run as well, but they are quite rare. Like they're like the specialized type of zombies. Like there's like walkers, there's runners, and there's a lot of other types of zombie as well. Every zombie in this scene is running. How is that possible? Usually like 80% of the zombies, they're like slow walkers. They're like kind of like go towards you, while there's a few of them that are like feral and that like run towards you. Those are runners, I think they call it. And a lot of other like zombies as well. I wonder if they're going to introduce other sorts of zombies here as well, like those bloater like zombies, the ones which explode. And then there's like a zombie that screams at the top of their lungs and alerting everyone else. I wonder if those zombies will be introduced, or there'll be different types of zombies, or they'll all be like the same type of zombies. I do wonder. And then there's these like sometimes these big zombies, like these big ones that come, like who are like very strong or something. Oh god. Anyways, so he's running and everyone's like jumping towards him, all the zombies, and he's like, oh no, I'm going to be late for my job. And then he's like, he goes out into the roof and he's seeing like an airplane crashing down. It makes sense, like if everyone turns zombie suddenly, the airplane is going to crash down. Because I don't think a zombie is going to pilot an airplane pretty well. So yeah, so he's like running, and he's like, wait a minute, I just realized if this is a zombie apocalypse, I don't have to go to a job. And you see the way they kind of showed this, where he, like, like his dress just falls down, which is like shows like a freedom from his job, and he's happy. He's like, oh yes, hell yeah, I don't need to go to job. And he like jumps down. Obviously he's a rugby athlete, so like the trees kind of like softened his landing, and then there's like that thing as well which softened his landing. So yeah, and he's running, and he's like, my whole like like life, like the way it was going up until now is monochromatic, but now everything is colorful. I love this, like blue skies, red blood, perfect. So long, like like I have actually seen colors. And he's like just running, and like like he jumps down to like at a rooftop underneath, and he's like laying down looking at the sky, and he's like, so I have free time. There's a lot of things that I want to do that I never thought I would be able to because of my company and its exploitative nature. So what should I do now? And then the first thing that he thinks that he should do is like, he's like, oh, let me go to Otori-san. And even if she is like seeing someone else and someone else's mistress, I don't care. I'm going to express my feelings to her. So he's like, yeah, that's the first job I need to do. My first thing that I need to do. So now that he has a goal, he gets on his bicycle, starts pedaling, and off he goes. And looks at like the company like register, and sees where Otori lives. Goes to that place, apartment complex, and he's like, all right, here we go. I love how he's like, oh, isn't it creepy if a coworker you never hung out with suddenly shows up at your house? Yeah, but usually that is when there is no zombie apocalypse ongoing. Now that there's a zombie apocalypse ongoing, I doubt that'll be the least of their worries. But now I was thinking, like, is she really going to be alive? Because I doubt that. Like, she doesn't seem like a main character. Again, like I said. And so I was like, yeah, she's either dead or she is a zombie. So, like he gets in and sees the director. Like, at first he was like ringing the bell, and then he opens it. And he sees the company, like, like the leader over there. And this leader becomes like a big, bloated zombie. And I love how this guy's so polite. He's like, like wait, what was his name? Akira? Yeah, Akira is so polite. He's like, I'm sorry to say this, leader, but yeah, like your company is a bit too exploitive for my tastes, and I need to get my regain my sanity, my humanity, my my normalcy of life. I need to get them back, and to do that, I cannot really continue working in your company. So I'm sorry to say this. I know I was inexperienced in many ways, but you mentored me until today. For that, I am very grateful. And I love how he's just trying to run towards him, but his own, I don't know what that is, his own, like, like the stuff that was like on the ground, whatever that was, like he's like trying to go, and he's like slipping on that, and he's not able to move. And he, like, Akira says his regrets, says his, like, thank you to him, and then he's like, but like, now I need to get back my life, so goodbye, director, nice knowing you. And there's goes and, like, grabs him, like, the whole rugby thing that they do, like the rugby hole, and just throws him out the window. And bam, he falls down. I love how, like, as he's falling down, he's seeing all his friends in the rugby team kind of cheering for him, like, go Akira, go Akira. The guy falls down. Not the guy, but the zombie at this point. He falls down, and bam, he's dead. So yeah, and then he kind of looks at the side and sees Otori, like, standing there, obviously in zombified form. So he's like, oh, like, like, confesses his feelings. He's like, from the first day I met you, I liked you. And obviously Otori doesn't care because she's a freaking zombie. So she runs towards him, and and he's like, but you know what? Wait, what does he say? Just a minute. In the end, yeah, he confesses, and Otori starts running towards him, and he runs out, grabs his bag, runs. And he's like, goodbye, my first love. Oh boy. But anyways, yeah. So now he's like, so what should I do now? I have plenty of time. So the first thing that he does is that he goes to a department store and decides to live his life. Grabs a notebook, grabs like a pen, and he's like, "Oh, this will be my bucket list." And like on the notebook, he has written 100 things I want to do before becoming a zombie. So yeah, it's so interesting to see that he's ultra realistic. He's like, in no way am I going to be surviving this. So yeah, I have this 100 things that I want to do at least before I become a zombie. I love how usually it is like like in zombie apocalypse anime movie beat like any type of TV shows, everyone's like, we need to survive. Let's find what do you call them, uh, like some supplies, some emergency like food, and let's find some survivors, let's find a base, let's like build like defenses, and like grab some like weapons, and survive. Let's do our best and survive up until the government sends help. That's how it usually goes. And this guy, he's like, oh no, I'm gonna die, I'm screwed either way, so yeah, just gotta live my life before I become a zombie. So yes, let's do that. He actually has no no, what can I say, like hopes of survival. He knows he's gonna become a zombie by the end of it, so he's like, yeah, let's just do the 100 things that I've always wanted to do. And this should be funny. And obviously, I think I saw like a few other characters in the in the anime poster, so I'm sure that he'll meet more people. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see how people react to him when he'll be like, "Oh, guys, you know what? Like I have a book with this 100 things that I want to do before I become a zombie." I wonder how other people will react to that. They'll be like, "What the hell? Like, are you insane? Like in the zombie apocalypse, that's what you're thinking? Like." And I also do wonder what he wants to do. Like probably some very like normal things, like as like one of the thing that he said was like, oh, I want to drink some beer like throughout the night or something like that, he said. And I'm pretty sure there's more, like probably go to the amusement park, or I don't know, like go on a go on a trip somewhere. And yeah, so, and what else, like I don't know, probably play video games or something. Maybe that will be also something, and stuff like this. Maybe make a friend, or like hang out with someone. That'll be a bit difficult because it's a zombie apocalypse. But like I said, there will be people joining him, I'm guessing, from the opening, like the poster and everything. So yeah, so stuff like that, I'm guessing. Now there's a few things, obviously, like a lot of questions that has come out. First of all, how the hell did this happen? Like suddenly he went to sleep and suddenly he woke up, everyone's a zombie. How? What happened? Some kind of virus outbreak? Did something like some kind of like experimental failure? Did that happen? What happened? Why? Why is this a zombie apocalypse? And how the hell is he not a zombie? Like, oh, I guess because he didn't get bitten, probably. But then how did it start? All these questions. Also another question, which is very important, is this happening everywhere? Is there like overseas, is this the same situation? Like this is in Japan. What about America? What about England? Like what's happening over there? Other places, Australia, like in India, who knows, like China, Russia, what's happening over there? All those places. Like, is it the same situation? If not, like, is there like any ways of survival, like they can help us out or something? Like all these questions, I'm sure they'll get into this, but that'll be way in the future, I think. For now, all we can do is survive, I guess. So this will be quite interesting. Like I said, there hasn't been any proper zombie apocalypse anime in that sense. Few of them that we had, they either got discontinued or are not getting any sequels, like Gakkou Hurashi, High School of the Dead, and a few others. So I'm really looking forward to this, like a proper zombie apocalypse, this kind of like thing. So that is it. Thank you for watching, guys. This is my reaction to Zom 100, episode number 1. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Zom 100. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.